Your doctor hands you a lab report. Right there in bold, your cholesterol is high. And just like that, a word you've heard 100 times suddenly feels personal, dangerous, scary. But here's the thing nobody tells you in that office visit. Cholesterol itself doesn't kill you. In fact, your body manufactures it on purpose, every single day. So why are we treating it like a villain? Stick around, because after this video, you'll understand cholesterol better than most people who've been managing it for years. Let's start from zero. Cholesterol is a waxy, fat-like molecule. And before you cringe, your body needs it, desperately. It's the raw material your body uses to build cell membranes. Every single one of your 37 trillion cells has cholesterol in its wall. Without it, cells literally fall apart. Your body uses cholesterol to produce vitamin D when sunlight hits your skin. It's the backbone of hormones like testosterone, estrogen, and cortisol. And it's essential for making bile acids, the digestive chemicals that break down the fat from your food. Here's what shocks most people. Your liver makes about 80% of the cholesterol in your body. The food you eat? That's only about 20%. Your liver is so committed to keeping cholesterol levels up that if you eat less of it, your liver just makes more. So the body clearly thinks this molecule is critical. The question is, when does it become a problem? You've heard the terms. HDL is good cholesterol. LDL is bad cholesterol. But this framing is wildly oversimplified, and it's been misleading patients and doctors for decades. Here's the truth. HDL and LDL are not types of cholesterol. They are carriers, lipoproteins, tiny protein-wrapped transport vehicles that carry cholesterol through your bloodstream because cholesterol itself is a fat and cannot travel through blood on its own. Think of cholesterol as a cargo package. HDL and LDL are the trucks. LDL carries cholesterol from your liver out to the rest of your body. It delivers cholesterol to your muscles, organs, and tissues that need it. That's not bad. That's the job. The problem begins when there's too much LDL circulating, and it starts depositing cholesterol into the walls of your arteries. Over time, that buildup, called plaque, narrows your arteries. That's atherosclerosis, and that's where heart disease begins. HDL does the reverse. It picks up excess cholesterol from tissues and artery walls and brings it back to the liver for recycling or removal. That's why high HDL is generally considered protective. But here's where it gets even more nuanced. Not all LDL is equally dangerous. Scientists now know that LDL comes in different particle sizes. Small, dense LDL particles are far more likely to penetrate artery walls and trigger inflammation. Large, fluffy LDL particles are much less likely to cause damage. When you get a basic lipid panel, you'll see 4 numbers: total cholesterol, LDL, HDL, and triglycerides. Total cholesterol. This is the least useful number in isolation. A high total cholesterol could be driven by high HDL, which may actually be protective. LDL cholesterol, traditionally flagged above 130 milligrams per deciliter as concerning. HDL cholesterol. For men, above 40 is the baseline. Above 60 is cardioprotective. For women, above 50. Triglycerides above 150 milligrams per deciliter, combined with low HDL, is one of the most dangerous metabolic combinations you can have. The triglyceride-to-HDL ratio. Divide your triglycerides by your HDL. 2 or below, you're in good territory. Above 3.5, that's a red flag. Here's something the narrative got partially wrong for years, and scientists have since corrected. Dietary cholesterol, eggs, shrimp, organ meats, has a much smaller impact on blood cholesterol than we once thought. The system self-regulates. What actually moves the needle? Refined carbohydrates and sugar. Excess sugar gets converted to triglycerides by the liver. It shifts LDL towards smaller, denser particles. Trans fats are the most damaging dietary fat for cholesterol. They raise LDL and simultaneously lower HDL, a double hit. Sedentary lifestyle lowers HDL. Chronic stress and poor sleep drive cortisol, and cortisol drives cholesterol synthesis. You don't have to be passive about this. Here's what the research consistently supports. Move your body. Even 30 minutes of brisk walking 5 days a week raises HDL and lowers triglycerides. Cut the ultra-processed carbs. Eat real fats. Olive oil, avocados, nuts, and fatty fish actively improve your lipid profile. Prioritize sleep. 7 to 9 hours isn't a luxury, it's metabolic maintenance. Manage stress. Meditation, breath work, time in nature, these have hard data behind them. And if you're on statins, they're powerful and well-studied, but they're not a free pass. Lifestyle still matters. Talk to your doctor. Cholesterol isn't your enemy. It's a molecule your body built an entire manufacturing system around because it cannot survive without it. The real story is about balance, particle quality, lifestyle, and understanding your full metabolic picture, not just one number on a lab report. Knowledge is the difference between being scared of your cholesterol and actually managing it. If this helped you see it differently, share it with someone who needs to hear it. Subscribe to Nutricore for more content that goes past the headline